clip real quick. Are you a groyper? No, I mean kind of. I'm groyper adjacent. I'm a I'm a floater. I'm a groyper and a bear at the same time. I'm just a young man who's trying to make my country and my community a better place. So I find allies everywhere and anywhere. If you're a someone who puts God first and doing the right thing first, being righteous, being a godly righteous man first and foremost in your life, everything else after that is just unnecessary to me. Like I don't care what your skin color is or what your affiliation is, your opinions on different things. I just kind of make allies everywhere I can find them because we need strong. The point of this stream is we need strong, righteous, good men. We need to rebuild ourselves so that we can rebuild our families, so that we can rebuild our communities, so that we can rebuild our nation. It's a stepping stone ladder. And a lot of the groypers are doing that. Not everyone, not all, but most of the groypers are good young men who are trying to make society a better place, make themselves better people, and start families and just do things in the right way. So I wouldn't like call myself a groyper, groyper adjacent maybe. I would probably call myself a bear, but even that is still just that kind of that temporary sense of just associating with people who have like your same shared interests and your same shared goals in mind. And the bears are doing that too. It's just becoming righteously good people so that you can make good families, good, big, strong families, so that you can make good, big, strong community bonds, so that you can rebuild the society. It's like you have to kind of take those steps. And if you're taking those steps, I don't really care what you call yourself or what group you affiliate with. I do like and appreciate Nick Fuentes and the America First people. Jake Lloyd, I really like watching Jake Lloyd's streams. And Jaden, I like he's funny. he's funny. He's cool. Some of those people, I like those AF America First people. I think they are too angry at times. I think again we'll get into Vox Day's clip in a second. Let me mini rant real quick. I just think overall the American First people are too angry, and then that's kind of keeping them down and back from a lot of success. I think they need to start being more like practical and realistic and being more, focus on doing what's righteous and less about like winning the political battles, because politics are not going to save us. Politics is just an endless fight going towards the cliff off into the wrong direction. What we need to do is reclaim our righteousness and reclaim our families and doing what's right. And building and growing, like focusing on like production and building and growing, not focused on like winning political battles and elections. So I do like and appreciate a lot of what they're doing. If I'm gonna tune into like political insights, like find out what's doing, those are the people I listen to because they keep it real and they're not ashamed of speaking the truth. So they're on the right path. They're on the right direction. They're just, I think they need to overcome that anger and that kind of worldly sense of winning a political battle. Jake Lloyd is the best groyper general. Yeah. So yeah, I like them. I appreciate them. I have a lot of hope in them. And I really do hope they start leading the young men that are following them into the right direction, into a more spiritual, productive, building, growing mentality, and less away from like just pointing at the bad stuff in Babylon, just pointing at Babylon and complaining about it and being angry about it. That can not lead us in the right direction. We need to like overcome Babylon. We need to build and grow our way out of Babylon, ride the beast, not be a part of the beast. So yeah, if that makes sense, if that rant makes sense. But yeah, honestly, the best group, which I'll have them on July 3rd, I'm going to be having this group on that I think is the best, is the New Columbia Movement. Those guys are awesome. Nikolai, I think, is going to come in on my stream. But America First is kind of also like groyper adjacent. It's just these like young American Catholics who want to reclaim America. They want to rebuild. I think their phrase is faith, family, fraternity. Let's reclaim our faith, let's reclaim our families, and let's have fraternity with one another, and let's rebuild America. Let's focus on America and ourselves and our communities and our families. And they just have a very like positive, leave politics behind, focus on us. Like, let's go build ourselves back. So the New Columbia movement, check them out. Yeah, it sounds Freemasonic. They're not. They're Knights of Columbus, I think. They like were in Knights of Columbus. It's just young men who are like Catholics who want to do like charity and good works. And, you know, similar to Groypers or the American First kind of crews, they, you know, it's just that same mindset of like, we are sick of what's happening and we want solutions. And, you know, Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk are not providing us with good solutions or ways out of this. And so we're going to do it ourselves. So how do we do that? You know, and if you're like young and in your 20s, you probably don't have a lot of resources or experience yet. You know, yet is the key word. But yeah, I'm going to have them on July 3rd. They've been on my stream previously. I think like episode maybe like 36, 35, 36, or 37. If you want to go back in my feed and hear my first interview with Nikolai from Knights of Columbus, from the New Columbia movement, and check out New Columbia movement on like Telegram, Twitter. I think they're on Gab too, so check them out. So yeah, side note tangent. I really like them. I like their mentality. I think they're doing it right. How do we take all these young, disenfranchised young men who are looking at society and going, I don't want to be a part of this. This is gross. This is horrible. The culture is degenerate and just full of heathens and degenerates, and it's causing all this pain and chaos and turmoil. What do we do about it? And I feel like the AF people and the Groypers can get a little too angry and a little too upset about what's happening and just end up complaining about it. Again, not all. I'm just saying the vibe can end up going that way. Whereas people like the New Columbia movement or like people like the Bears are more like, all right, let's build our way out of it. Let's make groups and let's overcome this. Let's find a way to fight our way out of it. You know, obviously fight, quote unquote, peacefully fight, like spiritually fight our way out of the mess we're in instead of just being angry and complaining. So, but again, I am like Groyper adjacent because a lot of good men are Groypers and they are doing that. They are trying to like find solutions and build their way out as well. I'm not lumping everyone into boxes. I'm not retarded. I know everyone's different. There's different factions and groups and stuff. But yeah, I hope that answers that. We'll have to check it out. Yeah, SeanvPlanet, you might actually really like them. Yeah, check out my first interview with them. I believe it was like 36. That sounds right, but it might have been like interview 30, like my live stream 35 or 36 on my channel with the New Columbia movement. And they're going to be back on July 3rd, Saturday morning, July 3rd. And we're going to be talking about America. America and what they're doing to rebuild it and what we're doing to like just reclaim Columbia from the grabblers, from the from the parasites and the gammas, which we're about to get into. All these gamma males that have just taken over this country and are leading it down a dark and deadly path towards destruction. And what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do to stop it and steer the ship right back into the right direction? But yeah, that being said, I don't know what KOC Novus Ordo is. Knights of Columbus Novus Ordo. They should convert to Catholicism, which is sedevacantism, instead of continuing to follow blasphemous, heretical anti-popes. Yeah. So hear them out, though, because they are, I think most of them are Roman Catholics. I think some in the group are, I get real confused about the different types of Catholics. Some of them are like the Catholics that do like Latin Mass in like the Roman Catholic Church that do the Catholic Mass, the Latin Mass. Some of them are like the Catholics that kind of don't do that. So I don't know if that's the difference between Vatican I and Vatican II or what. See, I don't know all the different schisms and changes, but some of them are like the real strict, like I don't know if Orthodox is the right word, but like the real strict Latin Mass Roman Catholics, like pretty hard line. Some of them are more of that like looser Catholic people affiliations. I think a couple of them are Sedevacantist as well. Or then I don't know what Sedevacantist is to like SSPX. Is that right? Sedevacantist? There's like SSPX or SSJX church or something. So there's like different types of Catholics in that group. Then there's also Orthodox Christians in the group. And then like I'm in the group and I'm like definitely not, obviously. Like I can't even tell you the difference between them. You know, I'm like kind of Orthodox adjacent. Maybe like, I mean, I would probably call myself some kind of Protestant, but I'm not really baptized in a church or belong to a church. I just follow God. I'm just constantly seeking Christ and following Him in His right ways. So, yeah, I don't know what I would call myself. Just non-denominational just a follower of the way, just you know, the way, a follower of the way of Christ. So I don't know where I fit in technically, but there's people like me in the New Columbian movement. So it's not strictly Knights of Columbus, it's not strictly Catholicism, but most of them are Catholics, and the premise was kind of founded on like Catholic principles. But there's people like me that just totally disagree with them, and they're cool with me in the group, and they love what I'm doing, you know, and stuff like that. So it's not just a Catholic movement, but I would say most of the people in the movement are Catholic.